All right, hello guys. Now, before I start, I need to tell you something important. I want to thank my father, without whom I wouldn't be here, because I'm wearing his suit, and his shirt, and his pants. So that's why they end exactly there, right above my ankle. It wasn't a fashion choice, trust me. Now, I actually debated not mentioning this because you wouldn't have known. You just think, wow, that guy walks very carefully. And that's the thing about real life. When you see me here on stage, under the spotlight, TEDx logo behind me, you think, confident speaker, put together human being, nice suit. The real version of this, it's formal, it's elegant. The real version is 15 minutes of me trying not to rip my father's pants. That's the funny thing about real life. The moment you shine a light on it, everything has a story to be told. Most people, they always show the perfect angles, the smooth skin, the best lighting, never the 47 drafts or the breakdowns that got them there. Today, no lies, only the truth. Today, no edits, just the truth. And the truth is, I didn't want to be here today. You know, TEDx emailed me saying, we'd love for you to come and inspire the youth. And I was like, huh? Me? Are you sure? Like, I even emailed them saying, dear TEDx, love the enthusiasm, but are you sure this is the right Ahmad? And my reluctancy wasn't because I was scared or I have stage fright. It's because, you see, comfort is a very powerful negotiator. Comfort, it's tidy, it's warm, it lets you rehearse bravery without ever performing it. You look successful without risking anything. It's amazing. It was 1:30 p.m., fifth lesson, second last, and then it's home time. Geography class. The teacher's explaining continents today. And she asks this question, who discovered America? And now there's this one student sitting right in the middle of the class. Quiet, smart, and dare I say, extremely handsome. Any guesses? Any guesses? I mean, of course it was me. The handsome part should have given it away. So I'm there thinking about this question, who discovered America? My brain screams the answer. My hand refuses to move. I let the mingling questions in my mind die and stare at the empty book in front of me. You see, I was trapped in my favorite hobby, professional comfort zoning. It's like the circle. I never do anything outside of it, never take any risks, don't want people judging me. And to be fair, I still am that person. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't see any of your faces, even with these glasses, because they have no lenses in them. Because if I can't see your faces, I also can't see your judgment. Some people like to meditate before a talk. I just choose to downgrade my vision to 144 pixels. It works, trust me. Same kid, same habit, just better props. So I'm thinking about this question, and of course, I wasn't going to raise my hand, so I just whispered it to my friend. I think it's Columbus. He raises his hand, answers, and gets the praise. Teacher's like, wow, first one to answer. And I'm there just staring into his soul. That's the first time I found out what this hobby of mine was costing me. It was costing me the spotlight moments that should have been mine. And then the next day, this teacher decides it would be perfect for me to do our class's next school speech in front of the whole school. So naturally, I go home. I rush to my father, crying like a baby about this new speech. I thought he'd find a solution, find a way, tell me I didn't have to do it. And yes, he did what any of you would expect. He came to me, looked me straight in the eyes, and started watching the TV. I thought he didn't hear me, so I did that classic kid thing where you just stand directly in the line of sight. Didn't work. So he turned on a documentary about industrial diamond manufacturing. Wow, so fun. And I'm there thinking, listening to the narrator, and he's explaining how these rocks, they get burned, they get cut, sawed over and over. And then I started actually paying attention. Turns out, raw diamonds, they look awful, like genuinely ugly. You'd see this on the street, kick it by accident, and I wouldn't even know. But as I went through that documentary, I realized something. After a violent process of cutting, sawing, grinding, that's when it becomes valuable. Not from leaving it alone, not from just letting it be, but from literally attacking it with industrial tools. And I'm there thinking, did my father just compare me to rocks that need to be violently reshaped? Wow, really feeling the love here, Dad? But as weird as it sounds, I learned that day from a diamond documentary that if I wanted to shine, I had to allow someone or something to make the first cut. My first cut wasn't dramatic. I tried doing that speech, and I've got a little surprise for you, but before that, everyone, please raise your hands. Yes, all of you. Now repeat after me. I will not laugh. I will not giggle or make any such weird sound that will haunt the speaker for the rest of his life. You have all now legally agreed. Any violators will be escorted out by security. We don't actually have security, so I'll just look at you for an uncomfortably long time. And if you're recording this, please just remember, I have a reputation to maintain.
Good morning! Last holidays, I went to my home country. It was a cold...
Please just understand the bravery it took to show you that. I watched it 12 times last night thinking it wasn't that bad. Spoiler, it was every single time. And after that, I thought my life was over. People would pat me on the back and tell me, oh, at least you tried. Nope. The complete opposite. Suddenly, I became a celebrity in the school. I became the speech guy. The teachers were like, we need someone confident. Get the kid who sounds like Dora. And it wasn't because I was charismatic. Well, I mean, apparently I am, but that's a different story. It was because I did one single visible thing. Choose the stage over the sofa. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have a reel, a public version of our life, the edited version. Some of you might know me as the head boy, the high achiever, the guy who has it all figured out. If you don't, I will be meeting you outside. I'm just joking. But want to know the video that never made it online? The version of me who, on his first day, sat in the corner, doing that classic thing where you're typing on your phone even though it's off, just to look like you're busy. Yeah, I did that, unfortunately. Reels show confidence. Reality shows the cost of it. Okay, so I've actually forgotten my speech here. And let me just open it on my phone. And this is a good example, you know. The real version of this would have been perfect. I would have memorized my speech, but the real version is, oh, what do I say next? Just a second, guys, it's loading, it's loading. Okay, done that part. Yeah, okay. All right, all right. Yeah, there we go. So, no one remembers the perfect take. They remember the moment you slipped, laughed, and kept going. And that brings me to something I've learned, not from school, not from movies, not from motivational books, but a documentary that my father turned on. I like to call this Ahmad's 3 laws. The first one I like to call the scratch. This is the first discomfort, the first moment, the moment you realize comfort is not your friend. My first scratch was in geography class, when I saw my friend getting the spotlight that should have been mine, but I just refused to reach out and take it. And the scratch is uncomfortable because it teaches you the truth. Comfort is not your friend, it's your thief. The second one, I like to call it the saw. Every story has that one person who pushes you. And it's not the I hate you push, it's more of a gentle but also kind of violent motivational push. The you'll thank me later push. For me, that was my father. And when I was expecting some sort of emotional support, but instead got, today we'll be discussing carbon crystallization. Yeah, thanks, Dad. Okay, so I need to mention something really quick here. I've been praising my dad a lot this whole speech. And my mother's also here in the audience. And I would like to stay in the family group chat. So let me just say this. When my father turned on that documentary, my mom was also there, just sitting right next to us. Fully present, emotionally supportive, possibly confused, but present. And here's the thing I didn't realize back then. She didn't have to stay. She could have gotten up, she could have done some work, she could have gone upstairs, even though we didn't have an upstairs. But she stayed through 45 minutes of industrial diamond manufacturing. My father gave me the push. My mom made sure I wasn't alone while falling. And that was my saw. And here's the thing I've learned. Growth rarely feels inspirational when you're in it. When I was watching that video, I wasn't thinking, oh, wow, this is shaping my character. I was thinking, wow, this is the worst pep talk in human history. But that's the thing. The people who love you the most are often the ones who refuse to let you stay comfortable. My parents didn't let me stay comfortable that day. They made sure I was uncomfortable. They made sure I didn't quit. And that's true for a lot of you. We all have that saws, someone who wanted a bit more from you, a teacher who wanted more, a friend who told you the harsh truth, or maybe a parent who threw you in front of something that terrified you. It doesn't feel like a gift, but it's what changes everything. So I would like to thank my saws, my parents. Okay, now that mom's happy, dad's happy, we can move on to the next one. The last one I like to call the polish. This is the first time you step into the light. Shaky, nervous, exposed, but honest. Mine was a time where I did that school speech, and instead of laughing at me, people treated me like a celebrity because I didn't have confidence. I had the bravery to show up. And these three laws, scratch, saw, and polish, they come together to create brilliance, to create a diamond, to create you. And that brings me to my message here. Your real life begins the moment your real ends. The real is the polished you, the edited you. The real is the honest you, the one who's still being shaped. And before I leave you here today, I want to tell you something else as well. These pants that I'm wearing, my father's one that don't fit me, I could have worn perfectly fitted pants. I have them, they're in my closet. But I chose these. Why? Because this whole talk, this whole message is about coming out of your comfort zone, being the real you behind the real. And I had to live it as well. Coming here in pants that don't fit me, that's uncomfortable. Telling you I didn't want to be here at the start, that's vulnerable. Telling you that my glasses don't have lenses in them, that's just exposing myself. But that's the point, isn't it? You don't inspire people by being perfect. You inspire them by being honest, by being you. So yes, these pants don't fit me. Yes, I didn't want to be here today. Yes, I'm still the kid who whispered in geography class. But today, I didn't whisper. Today, I raised my hand. Today, I chose the stage. So when you leave here, remember this. Don't wait for the perfect outfit. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. Just show up. Messy, uncomfortable, but you. Because diamonds don't shine because they started perfect. They shine because they were brave enough to be cut. And so are you. Thank you.